Well, now I'm going to tell my side of my experiences with Jennifer going into the hospital. They wouldn't even sit her. It's been extremely frustrating. Um, I remember when she was not feeling well there for a while, and that was very concerning because didn't really know when, always think the worst, like cancer or was like, okay, cancer. And God forbid you Google anything, because then you're going to know that you're going to have to go to the ER now. However, so we waited day after day, week after week, hoping that her symptoms would let up. And it continued, the pain continued, other symptoms were continuing. So it helps not to look in the camera and me think about like looking up in my thoughts. So, sorry. It helps me think better. You don't have a teleprompter. However, so that went on for a while. Finally, she said, "Hey, go ahead and call." So I called. Did not know that was next. That time I was for the last uh, 7 months of anguish, and then it's many different forms. Glad though, that was a good thing because she accepted with that infection, and so so that really was a blessing. And she got a room pretty quick. I don't really know what to say. I guess my highlights of some of the frustrations and stuff of going through all of this. So she was admitted, and then like, all right, it was only going to be like 3 days. 3 days to a week, maybe. It cleared up, send me home and antibiotics, whatever. And then the one thing kept going, another thing, another thing, the first other thing was after 3 days, that point, well, she could not get out of bed. She could not get up. She can't even sit up. So, body was very weak. And for a lot of other people, not only great, but just being accepted. So, there was a lot going against her there. And then PT started. And then more symptoms persisted. Like her consciousness was fading out. With really low blood pressure. I mean, if I had my notes to go over like area symptoms, things that happened, questions to ask the doctor. I was constantly trying to keep track of every little detail about what she was going through. Intelligent speak to the doctor, ask the doctor questions, or the nurse questions. She relates to the doctor, or just to track out so that we know kind of the fuller picture of what's going on. So that they can hand the baton over to the next nurse, the next shift. Well, yeah. So that was pretty stressful, and there were times that during those first couple of weeks, 3 weeks, that's where a lot of the symptoms were those people experienced. It was very stressful. I thought I was going to lose my woman. I did not know. I was praying fervently, and of course, asking others to pray and lift her up. It was very heartbreaking to see her go through all this, not knowing exactly what was going to happen, and just trying to prepare myself at some level cast any kind of denial. There's always denial. Like, oh, it won't happen. I have faith. God's not going to let it happen. We're going to carry on. I had to look past that denial a little bit to think this actually could happen, and how am I going to handle it? And that was very tough. Like, I don't think I would be able to do it very well. Just like the next place, I can imagine how when people are talking to block their loved ones, their husband or wife, or girlfriend, boyfriend. But anyways, so and then PT kicked in. She was starting to make progress. I was like, all right, I don't know, good. And then pain started kicking in again, so just get up. One thing or another. One thing was against another. And in the medical field, if damn if you do, damn if you don't, if you do this, then you're not going to be able to do this. But if you don't do this, then this here is going to be even more of an issue. So then it's like a dance on these opposites. You know, whether it's medication, that's the same thing. I guess just keep it out. Medication, symptoms, and such. Especially if someone has more than just one problem. So that was very frustrating. And then to try to hone in what the priority would be between the things of different types. So then, yeah, PT kicked in, started making progress, but that other things started happening, so that put it back. Now we're into about three weeks or so. So the first week of September. There was a lot that happened during this time, so that's why I'm spending a lot of focus and concentration during this first part. Very intense. And here at the house, I was very lonely. Luna she really enjoyed just having me here, all by herself, ourselves, with me. She don't mind me. However, he is making a lot of progress with Jennifer. It's very shocking. I'm taking some pictures of it. It's the Kodak moment of Kodak popping up on Jennifer's lap and popping up in the bed and wanting to actually have something to do with it. So that's really neat. Back on track though. Here at the house I was very lonely. I did cry quite a bit in the first few weeks. But then after that, I kind of got used to it. But it was very dark, sad, lonely, quiet, and just a missing soul. Now, that persisted throughout the missing, the darkness, the loneliness. However, my emotional state, my mental state got used to that. So, I didn't try to say this however, but it was pretty tough emotionally. And then going through all this stuff like, am I going to lose my life? With all these different symptoms and all these damn if you do, damn if you don't. So then PT makes progress, and a little bit happened, PT was making more progress, she was making progress, she was starting to get up, she was starting to move, she was starting to and then PT and another crew would come in, or the next day, they wouldn't get her. They wouldn't even sit her. And I'm just thinking to myself, she just sat up yesterday, she does not need any time to sit or lay or just whatever, no background. If you already been backtracked for the past 3 weeks, off and on, for different kinds of whatever. So I had to tell them this is unacceptable. We have to meet her when she was at. She was getting up, we need to get her up and continue on. Continue on with the progress. And all I was being told is that they are not you know, full-on rehab type people. I understand, but what I don't understand is any physical therapist, good physical therapist should know that you're going to take a person's baseline, so to speak, and work on that in order to graduate them to the next baseline. So then now we have a new level of improvement, which now we have a new baseline. You take that in order to improve to the next level. It only makes sense. It's common sense. I mean, you're not going to just do bed exercises for the rest of your life, right? So, however, anyways, very frustrating process of physical therapy in general, all the way through this entire experience, has absolutely been frustrating, period. Even when she went to the so-called skilled nursing facility. Crap. Just crap. Absolute garbage. Everything has just kind of been just garbage. Not to say that there hasn't been hard workers, good people with great intentions, people that are fulfilling their calling as nurses, doctors, physical therapists, but the whole picture as a whole has been extremely frustrating. And I mean, really, there's really too much to really even say or share through all of this. There's not going to be one person, but God, that would actually sustain. There's a lot worse places that a lot of people have been in. I'm just saying, for me personally, this is extremely frustrating. Big time. There's a lot more. Just going through the entire process of watching my woman struggle with certain symptoms, and then it's almost like a curse just following every step of the way. It's like, where's the effing blessings? And where's the relief? Where's a silver lining? So back to skilled nursing. Now it's
okay.
month 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
It's okay.
Early on, again, in progress. But the phone,
they gotta go.
And any time that Jennifer would mention something about her life, they would be like, oh yeah, we talk about their lives and all that. Honestly, when people are going through a tough time, we don't give a shit about your vacation or about your kids or about who you almost really are. It may sound selfish, but it's like there's so much that's going on in the person's mind and spirit and body. At least from in my experience in those moments, I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. Maybe Jennifer did. I'm just speaking of my own. Maybe I was in a worse off shape than she was. Usually that's the case I hear. It's the family members worse off than the person going through the shit. But it just seemed really selfish on their end, getting on the phone, talking about themselves all the time. Who cares about your phone? We're working on PT. It's a focus on the moment. Just go with the flow. If you got COVID, just like that.
This guy called me.
That's all I wanted to come home right after the freaking initial hospital because I was thinking, all right,
Really?
you can catch anything in these places, and God knows how you're going to be treated anyways. But there was some kind of hope that there would be some actual professional skilled nursing and real improvement to go on with the hopes of being protected from disease, illness, or further issues. Well, nope, it really wasn't. So one thing after another went on, and then she got denied of this, that, and the other. Oh, speaking of denied, back at the hospital, there was issues. The reason why she was there for the second month, there was issues. So the first month was clouded up with symptoms and weaknesses and health issues. The second month was clouded up with pretty much kind of the same, but it led up the symptoms and the health issues. She was still having it, still being monitored. However, we were really focusing more on we/they, on as far as the social workers, on releasing her and finding her a place to go. There was insurance issues, there was bariatric issues. Wait, there was so it's either this place is denied, or this place is not equipped, or this place is not the insurance is not going to cover that place. So okay, those three places, and it just went on just like that, bam, 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 bam. So that's one way. Another, and then with PT not really, doing much. So then she goes and stays on. So now back to them. So this goes on. Oh, then her insurance cuts her off. Then the physical therapist actually has the goal put down on paper that she wasn't willing to put in the work. The hell? She was putting in the work and putting forth effort, desire. She had pain, again, just like she did at the hospital, and she had COVID, which exaggerated everything else. Weakness, you name it. What are all the COVID symptoms? So that was frustrating. And I corrected. They corrected on the paper, probably. However, so then we sit there. We sit there just camping. How could it do something? I guess after a while we kind of got used to it. Kind of waiting around on them to do something. Don't ever do that. Don't ever wait for somebody else to come around because they never do. Nobody does. Nobody cares. Nobody cares in this life. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares except numero uno. And if you have a good mate, you're a mate. Other than that, brothers, sisters, God, hell, I don't even know where he is. She, whatever the hell. Nobody cares. You're going to have to take action. So anyways, finally, I was like, where is somebody? All the social workers. Where are we at with this? Can we reinstate PT? Okay, good. Good, thank you. Of course, being polite. And we wait a whole other week, just waiting. Nothing. And then, I don't know if we fell asleep or something, but we got used to me going up there and enjoying her company. And she would do some bed exercises. We'd work on her own self. And then, but we wanted more skilled nursing help. The reason why we're there, we're not there for the free food. Food was just top notch. The care was just, I'm telling you people, if you ever been to a skilled nursing facility, skip a cruise ship of straight skilled nursing. So, I don't know what else to say about all this. Finally, at some point, I know Jennifer mentioned this, but the social worker came in and was called again after months and months and months and months and months. And is like, hey, are we going to do something about going home? She was like, oh, you want to go home? No, we're just here on vacation. Yeah, she has a life. We were a part of council here. We have dreams, plans. We're trying our damnedest to be sober and to live a sober life, and that includes food as well, and becoming our better self. Getting out of this housing unit, etc. So they're really, the system is just broke. Hold on. 2, it's a business, using it for money. 3, there's a lot of assholes there that really don't want to be there. They just do it for a paycheck. Granted, great people, I definitely want to say thank you for your service. But I know that you're basically a broken, rough system. Business, greedy system that is sluggish and slow, and then you got this COVID now that is just throwing it all up even more, making it more sluggish and slow. And So I really feel sorry for you guys, the good ones out there. Just think, doctors, nurses, PT guys, social workers. There's a lot of awesome guys out there and gals. So I don't know. That's pretty much it. I'm showing mine. It's been infuriating, frustrating. I don't try to judge her very much for her doing what she's doing. And Jennifer says, well, we are happy with what we have. And the end of that, she's back home. So she's making more progress than she has since ever.
So I gave the phone to James so you could finish up. We're going to talk for what we're doing.
Okay,
Because everybody knows how we use it, especially the I'm waiting for something that like you didn't say anything, nothing like some kind of something. Like an SOS in the background. Save me. So anyhow, that's the wrap up of all of my experiences doing skilled nursing in the hospital. It was just a bad experience. Luckily though, moving forward, it's kind of hard to forget all that because I remember all those times, but it is good to look forward to what the future holds. Like I said, I've made more progress in 3 weeks than I did in months there, so that's encouraging. I'm not giving up. I've lost a considerable amount of weight. Like I said in the opening clip, the shirt I'm wearing is now considerably big on me. I have clothes on.
Why the comments turned off?
Never got to order because I've always ordered the biggest size, and they just didn't fit, so I picked them. I wore them maybe once, and then never wore them again because they were so tight and uncomfortable. So that's encouraging too. It's just, I feel positive, and I guess there was a reason. I wanted to experience those reasons for everything.
Okay, that's funny.
Why? But for some reason, I needed to learn the stuff in that I'm capable, I'm strong, and I need to speak for myself and not just assume that everybody else is going to know what's best for me. Took me a lot longer than usually than most people, but at least I learned a lesson and I'm doing better. So I'll have more videos, not about this subject, but more videos on the subject of progress and moving forward, getting up and walking and pivoting and weight loss and all of that stuff. I'm going to talk about my medications and my other medical issues, but no more about my medical debacle, my surgery. I'm done now. And I said what I had to say. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for being here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. But I see the usual comments of I've been hospitalized and I'm dead and everything, all the comments that have always happened.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Georgia Well, say hi Jennifer. We have, I'm just going to run through, we're going to go through this. Since we are not traffic cuts tonight, this is about half of what we needed, so we need to get back and finish the shopping. First on the list is Caesar chopped salad kit. See what you said. Everything that rates. They're actually 89 cents, was it? That is. I like these strawberries because they're very good. They're good on us. Strawberries, a loaf of cookies with ice cream loaves, got 2 buttons, we'll put the last everything's better with one, down the middle, bread, milk, You risk your life. Think about it. Orange juice with the boat. More milk. Refill on the baby spring mix spinach on sale for $1.79. Like about what always about this really good fun. Flexibility. Look for very good. We've also got two $1. These are on sale as well. Very healthy. 99 cents. You get it with a steak. V8. I do all of it. The quick fix for 100. After making a little something. Fine. Give it an edgy. Take a small a little bit. And I get cantaloupe. 2 for $5. Not too bad. However, I got like that unsweet applesauce. And I had to get like the here's the other one, innovative strawberry lemonade, and a deal of buttered with cheese, feta cheese, butter, good on salads and such. If you're not eating sugar, then these are the good, those are flavors. These are fond of mine, so let's put them on. You don't find it bad, however, this is an hydrated, very tasty, and stuff. That's what it's good. Let's just flavor the world. Steady, up to lower, spices. It's just, we can all make it up for these things. You know, you do it in these, and you get some other range. There's a lot of people out here that complain about making mashed potatoes. I perfectly fine. I would praise homemade mashed potatoes. I bought it scratch. Made a beautiful, wonderful, awesome mashed potatoes on my homemade from scratch, from Whole City. I love these. I love them. I am not a problem. Very tasty. Quick. 3 up on the $10 noodles. Delicious. And with the 3 up noodles, that's got vegetable boiled sprinkles. English muffins. They were out of the regular, so that's like and it was full on sale tonight. So, I forgot about the quality right outside of the shop. So, I like to do some such as frozen pizza and mozzarella cheese, good butter cheese, it works too. And we have seasonings, Italian seasonings, all that is going. And people, all of them not really tell the difference. Order the people. Bunch of fruit snacks, they're on up there with aggressive flavors, on with this like sugar and milk. So it's a little uncultured size, sugar on these things. And I like it. They keep them up out of those things. We're going to request it as 6-pack of dried donkey pepper. Last but absolutely certainly not least, cheese. You gotta cover the cheese because those are. So I got 2 pounds of sharp cheddar. We like sharp, but you want anything else? Over here. Small one. It's done. And it's together and everything. 24 pack of individually wrapped cheese, not sticks. Cheese what? String cheese? String cheese. I don't know if you consider them cheese. Probably not, but it has the word cheese in it, so I'm going to cover it in a second. Bam! Pretty cheese.
And so this is part two of the technology for other days. And what is important? Founding.
This one I want to put on that. Yeah. And we're only going to make the fact that this is the first sitting up in the grocery store. Bottom of it.
First you got strawberry. Now this video is the special side salad with $4. So we got two of the sesame Asian salad. And then one of the avocado. Good deal on that. And as you guys probably already know, meat is ridiculously priced. We got some food from and everything on these. Please, when you get. Anyway, I don't know if you've ever had this. I've had it for the one. It's with this club. I thought if I wanted to try it, it's burger style. Because I'm still bacon. This is the I got a couple of these. I used to get these all the time. I haven't had them for a long time. These are pulling these pepperoni. Dean saw these and wanted to try them. This is the countryside, southern style raw chicken breast strips. They're already breaded. So we can put them in the air fryer. We have some chicken and garlic over here. And chicken wings for the This is also made with special original animal. So we're going to put it on right pepper. My favorite pickle is this turkey. This is also one very special. Cascadian farm, farmland. I'm going to know some I got a bottle of kimchi edition with some of the you know, it's really great. All these virtual walls are pretty cool. So that's a good and those have president, 2 weeks or so. Some of the stuff that doesn't really last long. There is the most of the things that you have to do to control the food. Speaking of that, first if you do some focus, my specific practice is about a recipe building model over Facebook, and we only do together flavor differences and unflavored examples, so that 2 packages of the unflavored gelatin. And then I got several boxes of the ingredient. I just like in water. But then other things to go for part of the flavors I got are the cherry. These are all these powdery flavors. Tropical punch. Great. Let me try a little